Hi, guys. It's June 3rd already. I can't believe, but I'm coming with some really critical updates. I'm going to go over 6 updates that have been happening from legal challenges to fast approaching deadlines. So if you're not paying attention, you could miss out on a lot of money to save, but also it could cost you a lot of money in interest. So here are the 6 urgent updates on what is happening in June. Okay. I want to provide this summary early so people don't get behind and have credit issues and all the things we're seeing people have. First and foremost, number one, Supreme Court puts bar defense relief on pause. I know we have a lot of interest in bar defense. I want to preface by saying it's still not too late to apply. They are just blocking relief right now for 200,000 borrowers under Sweet versus Cardona, who attended schools like Ashford, DeVry, ITT Tech, University of Phoenix, and of course got defrauded, had bad outcomes with jobs, cost them a lot, couldn't transfer credits, all those things. The lawsuit allowed them to apply and get the Department of Ed had to make a decision within a year and put their loans on temporary hold. But the good news is, although they're stopping processing for forgiveness for those 200,000 people, people can still apply individually. And that is what LoanSense is helping people do. I will put the link to the free 15-minute call to see if you qualify below. I encourage people to apply and get in the queue as quickly as possible before they stop taking applications. Because once you apply, they're likely to not say you can't get the relief, but they can slow it down, of course, but you're still put on pause. So your student loans, you're not paying them. So that's the benefit. So if you do qualify, if you attended the 150 schools on the Sweet versus Cardona list, we'll also include the list below. You will just enter your email, we'll send you the list, and we'll also send you information on the bar defense process, okay? Even though it's not on our website, we did develop expertise around that just because of how many people have come to us asking for help. It's a 25-page application. We do also have more extensive videos on bar defense, okay? Okay, so that's update number one. Update number two, by the way, if you know anybody who could benefit from this content, please subscribe, like, and share. 91% of people that view our videos are not subscribed. So please do that. Hit the subscribe button and the thumbs up if you would. And of course, comment. Okay. Comment. Are you a great candidate for bar defense? Comment it below. We will make sure to link the calendar. And then, okay, update number two. Lawsuits now threaten IDR adjustment. So what IDR adjustment was passed by Biden, basically saying, if you had months of forgiveness from payments, whether it's public service loan forgiveness or regular forgiveness, they would adjust your account to have more months count. Okay, that's what the adjustment is. It's a one-time fix to credit borrowers for extra months. It is, you have to consolidate. If you have Perkins or Parent Plus loans, consolidation must happen by June 30th. Literally, that's the deadline, June 30th, to get the IDR adjustment. Okay, so that's an upcoming deadline. Keep that in mind. Update number, and by the way, if you've been enrolled in any form of forgiveness, if you've been paying for 20 to 25 years, it's a high chance you can get an adjustment and get your loans forgiven, even though you'd be in queue and waiting, but still you are in queue, right? Update number three, Biden's new forgiveness plan is almost final. And this is let me tell you what that means. So Biden, before he exited office, he was very worried that his student loan forgiveness plan would get challenged. So they moved it through the Higher Education Act process. And this is forgiveness that is very strategic in who receives it. It's for borrowers who have been paying for 20 to 25 years, who owe more than they borrowed, who are considered low income or facing some type of financial hardship. I say low income because it's always with with quotes, because it's always a definition by the government, like of some level of poverty, right? Which I don't know specifically here yet. It's not 100% executed yet, but we'll keep you all updated as soon as we know the details. So low income, facing financial hardship, victim of for-profit or low value programs or schools, and people who could have qualified for forgiveness early, but just didn't, or didn't understand the bureaucracy and didn't. So the final rules will be posted by fall of 2025. And The relief will be starting in 2026. There are no applications out. There's more details to come. So we will keep people updated on that. Save is still underway. So if you want to find a way to be in pause without being in forbearance, enrolling in Save, I don't think that that's still an option. But if you are enrolled in Save, you will be in pause. It's not an option. We don't do it right now. We don't enroll anybody into Save, but I do want to say that it's still legally there and people are still enrolled into it. If you are not trying to accelerate your access to loan forgiveness or public service loan forgiveness, you can stay in Save until the government forces you to exit Save. But if you want to get more credits because you're close to forgiveness, then I would consider leaving Save. But it's still a program out there. I just wanted to mention that. That's update number 4. Update number 5. Interest is growing fast. Borrowers, since resuming repayment, now owe $600 to $800 more on their loans and interest than they did in 2023. I hate that kind of update. It really makes me a little sad. Those who were not in Save had their interest compound, okay? And compounding interest just means that the interest is added up on top of interest. And then there was also capitalization. So people who did not enroll into income-driven repayment plans again and recertify had capitalization, which adds more interest. So if you have a IDR repayment IDR refiling date that you do not meet, please keep those in mind, that they're important because interest can capitalize if you're not in Save. They're going to get rid of this new feature under the repayment assistance program, but right now it's still a feature of capitalizing interest. So if you're one of the people who have had higher balance, we need to enroll in a plan and keep the deadlines in mind so that there is no more capitalizing interest. My last and final update, there's a lot of servicing chaos, okay? So wait times with servicers continue to be long, okay? Really long. It's people call and like we hear they wait hours, they misapply payments, they are miscounting IDR counts. There's just horrible communication. They're not receiving emails. People aren't receiving emails. People aren't receiving mailed letters. So if your servicer gives you the wrong information, you must document it. Document every communication with your servicer. You can also report them to the CFPB or FSA ombudsman with LoanSense. And this is what we do when we help you file. Everything is documented. There is a paper trail. When you submit things into studentaid.gov, there is not a paper trail. So it's really important to maintain your paper trail because if somebody says in 2 months from now, you never filed into XYZ, you have that paper trail that we will help you create when we assist in filing. Every communication should not be just a verbal one where you call your servicer. Number one, if you do call and wait, you should speak to a supervisor always. Number two, you should always follow it up with a summary. You could literally get onto Google Meet, record the note taker while you're talking, put them on speakerphone, have it, summarize everything in writing and submit it in your borrower portal because everything needs to be in writing because the communication and response rates and how they communicate is so poor. And just make sure when you call to always deal with a supervisor because they are a person with the most knowledge of student loan policy. The front end reps have like 3 weeks of training. I would say they're way less trained than LoanSense advisors, and they are not as knowledgeable. Their job is literally to send out student aid links and keep the phones at bay. That's their job. Their job is not to actually help you achieve success with loan forgiveness. So just document everything. Again, we will have a bar defense call free link. If you just need advice on a better plan, what the plan of action is because you want to get loan forgiveness, we are here for that. Of course, that's our core product and service. We will link below. You just go to app.myloansense.com, sign up for an account, get your info in there and schedule. We are 100% here to help regardless of whether you're getting credit hits, need a new plan, not know what to do because you've been in save, should you get out, not knowing if you should consolidate, if you are a candidate for income-driven repayment adjustment, all that. Just, you can get on a call with us. We can help you get these answers and get in the right direction, and not just that, but help file all the right documents and get the paper trail started with whatever your situation is. If you're having accumulating interest and you don't know why you thought you filed, we can help with those situations as well. Please like, subscribe, share our content, and we are on standby to help. Have a great day.